Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having a fantastic weekend. I had an amazing weekend last week. I took a total of 4 days off and I spent most of them in the garden. I mowed the lawn, I trimmed around the trees, I did a lot of tidying up. My potatoes are coming on. I have set up my watering for the year. I have a pretty complex irrigation system. I talked about it last year. It doesn't necessarily need it right now. As you can see, there's clouds in the sky and I've got a body warmer on, or a gilet if you want to be posh. And so it's not particularly warm up here in the mountains, but I know that it can go from really pleasant and wet to incredibly hot and dry in the matter of days. And I'm not always around when the garden actually needs to be watered. So what I tend to do at this time of year is I get everything set up, and then if I'm away, I know that the watering can take place without me worrying about it. But check out my parsnips. They are looking truly incredible and amazing. And it is so awesome to see all of the cool things that are going on right now with the garden. And I cannot wait to share with you the good news, namely that I have managed to plant everything. And I'm not kidding, it's not hyperbole. I have managed to plant my entire vegetable garden. I'm not going to show you back there today, but I have done basically all of my broccoli, and they're doing well. The volunteer potatoes are doing well. The chickens are doing well. And then over here, well, let's start by going over here. And we have some fantastic news. This young lady, Ashley, who, you know, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you'll know that she had a really bad couple of months at the start of the year. She was attacked by the other hens. She's not in a good place to go back with them, but she has not laid eggs for a really long time. And then last week, she started laying eggs again. So she has laid probably about 4 or 5 eggs since. And I'm very, very happy about that, because it means that she is clearly less stressed than she used to be. And that is good for her health, and it's good for the flock health and everything else. So I'm very, very pleased that she is finally laying. Over here, we got rid of all of the onions that we had and all of the weeds. And I have actually taken some of the onions that were in here still from last year, and I've put them in a tub at the front of the house. They may or may not go to seed, but that's really not important, because I have onions over there, onions and carrots over there. So I did loads of work, as you can see. I have mounded up my corn. There are some peas in there, and there's also some courgettes or zucchinis. And then here we've got some peas that are going to be coming up soon, I hope. And then here we have some butternut squash, which have already started to really take off after I put them in the ground. Over here, we have some watermelons. They are all going to be growing. Now, I've never grown watermelons successfully before, so I'm very eager to see how these guys are going to perform. So far, so good. They've only been in a few days. And then over here, we've got a double sister's mound. So you've got corn on top, beans on the side. They haven't come through yet. The beans grow up the corn. The corn gets nutrients, extra nitrogen from the beans or the peas. And then we've got, on this side, I think we've actually got pumpkins, or they might be butternut squashes. They're all in the same family around the edge to provide our shade. And you'll notice I've got those in the corner, and then the corn on top. This double patch here are sweet corn that you can eat. This corn here, I think, is a like an ornamental corn, and then the corn here is destined to be popcorn. So you can see I've basically replicated this in every location, and I've put different beans or peas in each. So I'm going to have a huge variety of excellent peas and beans growing up. In this space here, I'm going to be honest, I believe I put in some more broccoli I know I put some Brussels sprouts in, and I've honestly forgotten what else I put in here. I know, it's bad. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Over here though, we've got another mound of beans and corn and squashes. So that's going to be great. I did time travel last week. I moved that load of thyme, which is a lemon variegated thyme, and that which is an English thyme. I moved them. They were over there, and I moved them over here and took care of those. I've taken the top off the lemon balm because it was getting a little over the top. It's also allowed my blueberry bushes to have a little health. And you know that my blueberry should be in a different place. I'm aware of that. I will probably move it next year. Over here, things are going really well with the beans. I have flowers on my fava beans, or my broad beans, depending on what you want to call them, and very little in the way of aphids. I'm very happy about that. I did actually get some extra ladybirds or ladybugs, however you want to call them, and put them on. And then these young ladies have been helping too. Oh, look at that. Hello. Am I spoiling your siesta? I don't know if you can hear him trumpeting, but that's something he likes to do. He just sits there and trumpets. Okay, Charlie, we'll leave you alone. You can see though that we've got loads and loads of raspberries coming, so that's looking great. I did actually take the top of the raspberries out, and it's helped thicken the bush out a little bit and given it a little bit of help. We've got Sky and Ghost playing with Kate over there. Kate is very rarely on camera. Wave, Kate! Kate! She might have her headphones in. She probably doesn't hear me. She's had a really busy week. Anyway, we've got our onions in here. She's not ignoring me, I promise. She's got her headphones in, so she can't hear me. We've got onions growing, and I have weeded all of this. So this is doing great as well. And look at all those carrots. And also I weeded the strawberries too. The strawberries are a bit of a mess, but I weeded them. And look at how many flowers I've got. I'm going to have so many strawberries. I'm going to have so many strawberries this year. Yeah, she's got her headphones in, that's why she can't hear me. I also had some leftover courgettes or zucchinis, and so I made a little kind of cloche, wire cloche here, just to protect them. I'm going to wave at her and see if she can see me. No, she's got her headphones in. I'm going to wait until she comes around, because, you know, why not embarrass your other half? Nope, she didn't see me. I promise we are on speaking terms. She's had a busy week. She's been working on a project that's been, well, it makes the time I put in at Transport Evolved look like a part-time job. Let's just leave it at that. In here, we have been planting up more things. So I have now got, so these three are peppers, a different variety of peppers that I bought from a store, thinking that I wouldn't have any peppers this year. And then we have some tomatillos. So 1 tomatillo, 2 tomatillos, 3 tomatillos, and then another tomatillo over here. The tomatoes are doing incredibly well. You can see they're starting to come up and make good progress. And then here we've got the remnants of the tomatillos and the remnants of the watermelons, plus some tomatoes that I accidentally grew because I have a problem. But over here is the really exciting thing. Oh, you'll also note I managed to put a wheel on my mower again, but unfortunately, while I did buy, and there's going to be a big bang in a second, while I did buy a new blade for it, I couldn't get the old blade off because it had all seized up. And although I have the tools, I decided to opt to leave it for now. So you're never going to guess what this is. This is a potato from seed. I am not kidding you. This is a potato plant that is grown from seed. I'm going to find somewhere to put this in the garden and see what happens. I gave some of these to my friend Bill the other day, and he's going to grow one for me and tell me how it goes. But it's the first time that I have ever grown potatoes from seed, which is crazy. Over here we've got all the cucumbers. They are doing incredibly well. And then here I picked up another one. another, what do they call them? Living lettuce that is just looking great and smelling great and looking great. Living lettuces appear to be like the really smart way of getting lettuces quickly, even if you have a garden, because it allows you to buy a lettuce that's already fully grown, eat it, and then put it in soil and watch it grow. So then you get more next time. It is great. Do you have an egg for me today? No egg for me today from Ashley. Some days she doesn't lay, but she's still a good girl. Look at her. She's doing really, really well. She's probably going to go and lay an egg now. But as you can see, everything is looking great. Spring is finally making itself felt. I suppose technically we are nearly in summer now. It's going to be the summer solstice very soon. Like not too long. This month. We're going to get the longest day or the shortest day and the winter solstice, depending on where you are in the world. But I am very much here for the nice weather. I am very much here for the opportunity to get out in the garden and do all of the gardening. And I'm just so lucky to have these amazing chooks as well, who are generally pretty well behaved. And they listen most of the time. Charlie doesn't, but since when have men listened? Anyway, tell me what's going on in your garden. What are you growing? How are your trees doing if you have fruit trees? How are your animals doing if you have animals? And you know the drill. I'll see you here this time next week. Thanks for joining me today. And if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them below in our Discord chat room, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They are some of more than 1,500 people who help fund this channel through Patreon and YouTube. They help cover our bills, pay our team, and make sure that we can be 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. There are a range of different tiers you can sign up for from as little as $1 a month, or if you pay yearly, just over $10 a year. A huge welcome to our newest supporters, Mac McIntosh, Kyle Randall, Bryant E. Day, Shedrick Mask, and Robin Mayorga. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your week of fame. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have an old-fashioned PO box you can reach us at, address linked below. And if you're in need of some swag, you'll find our swag store in the down below. This month, we're getting ready to celebrate Pride with an amazing t-shirt design by our in-house artist and animator Erin. Get yours today when it drops in early June by heading to our Redbubble store. We've got some great content coming up, so make sure you're subscribed on PeerTube or YouTube, and we'll see you soon. We make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we think that this one is also well worth a look. See you soon, and as always, keep evolving!